I'll just tell you a little bit of background. Cindy, before Mary Kay, was a corporate gal, so she'll mention that. But everybody comes from different beginnings, and I thought it was kind of interesting how she was comparing our business and how she felt about her corporate job. So if you know anybody like that, it might help you for future relation building with them. Do you have flu out there, Amanda?
Oh, big time.
Okay,
all the kids at school are sick. Each of my classes is missing 5 or 6 kids. It's crazy.
okay, I'm ready to start. So hopefully this gets going the way it's supposed to.
Okay.
Oh, I gotta share screen. See, I'm not tracking right. Let me share screen. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Share. Screen.
In front of you as an entrepreneur that lay in front of each and every one of us as we are in control of our own destiny. When I did the little bit of research that I did for y'all today, I found out that a trailblazer was somebody different than I thought they were. I found out that a trailblazer was a person who marked a new place and space, most importantly, for themselves. Well, you did that the second, probably, for most of you, you signed your Mary Kay Beauty agreement. At least that's what it was for me. A new place and space that I was willing to go, that prior to that in my life, I had never been willing to go before. What happens when that happens? You're scared, you're nervous, you're worried, you're not sure if you can do it, you're not sure about what your family and friends are gonna say. What is happening? But I decided that I was gonna do something different. And I decided that I didn't like people telling me what to do. And by that, I didn't mean that I didn't want people to mentor me, because I love that. By that, I didn't mean that I didn't want people to tell me what to do with respect to the success game. I love people telling me what to do when it comes to success. I hated people telling me what to do with a different agenda than I had. And that was my experience that I had working in corporate America, was their agenda was for the company, rightfully so, and that was the top priority, rightfully so, and that I got a benefit for working for them if I did what they told me to do. But that is not what I found in Mary Kay Cosmetics. I found people who were in my success corner. Now, some of those people said things to me that I didn't want to hear. There were a bunch of things that I was like, wait, what? Wait, what did you just say to me? Wait, are you kidding me? Yep, all those things. But they were more successful than me, and they were sanctioned as my mentors. Now, in the Mary Kay world, it's gotten a little muddy with who our mentor is. A mentor isn't just anybody who's ahead of you who speaks to you. That is not a mentor. A mentor is someone who is invested in your welfare of being successful. And so Mary Kay kind of set it up perfectly when she first started the business, right? It was, the only way I get ahead is for you get ahead. So you're always, your best mentor is going to be the highest level that you can get to in your Mary Kay family that you were recruited in. That will always be the best alignment for your success. And so they said things to me that, I didn't necessarily want to hear, but I could hear them more easily than when my boss just told me to do something because it was going to be for the benefit of the company that I worked for. So trailblazing, I just love. I love that term. I love what it means. I love what it inspires in me, that I'm willing to go to places that most people, they're just not willing to go, y'all. You know, when you have a brand new business partner, how awesome that is, that we have to talk to 4 women to have one person say yes. That means only 1 out of 4 has the courage to be a trailblazer, and that's you. So you automatically are already a trailblazer. Now, the question I think we're asking today is, how do I become a better trailblazer, a more courageous trailblazer, a person who can raise her beliefs and her hope and her joie de vivre, her joy of doing it. It's not just doing it. You have to do it joyfully and happily and be excited about it. So there were a couple of things that I did, of course, tied to a story. So I was in a place in my life when I signed my Mary Kay Beauty agreement that I didn't like my job. I didn't like getting up at 5:30 in the morning. I didn't like getting on the train. I didn't like coming home on the train. I didn't like the people I worked with. I didn't like a whole heck of a lot with what I was doing with the majority of my life. And I just wanted more of my life back. And so I decided that I was going to blaze a trail with Mary Kay Cosmetics. Once I found it, I was kind of halfway searching for something, but I don't even think I had enough inside of me to even really investigate anything properly. And this Mary Kay beauty consultant, what I call shanghaied me. You know, she told me she was in a contest. I ended up putting the product on my face. Once I had it on the face, I loved the product, didn't have the money for the product. She convinced me to do Mary Kay. The rest is history. It was after I signed my agreement and had the courage to tell the people that loved me that I was going to do Mary Kay and got past that part, that I decided to blaze a trail. And that happened on a very magical day, and I'll never forget it. I came home from New York City. I was about to go to my unit meeting because I was faithful there, because I knew part of blazing a trail is that I needed new strategies, because I was going to new places that I had never been before. So my strategies were not going to work. And one of the rules that they told me was to go to the meeting every single solitary week, no matter what. Mary Kay said, if you don't want to go to the meeting, you need the meeting. If you want to go to the meeting needs you. So irregardless, no matter what was happening in our life, we were supposed to go to the meeting. And I did. I only missed one meeting, which was a career conference, which I was the #1 director at, and I literally gave birth to Tommy the day of career conference. So that would have been an interesting career conference for me had I gone. Anyway, I was going to my unit meeting, and real quick, I would do a quick rejudge from the morning, 5:30 in the morning, makeup application to go to my meeting. I always either had a guest or I was introducing a new business partner, and my team was there once I had gotten into Mary Kay. But at this point, I was just building the muscle of going to my meeting, but I was always bringing a guest. I didn't really have a team there yet. Anyway, I got home and my showcase was there. That's how new I was. Yes. The second meeting I went to, I had a guest.
Do you know what eating cabbage can do to your heart? Cabbage is a cruciferous vegetable that resembles lettuce and can be red, purple, white.
My showcase was there. Penny was to meet me at the meeting. And it was on their front porch, and I couldn't help myself. I had to open it. I just had to open the box. And when I opened the box and I flipped over the little pink lid, I realized I should close the box and just go to the meeting. It was way too much. So when I got home, I opened the box. I was very encouraged because I was just home from my unit meeting, and there was a cassette tape. And I'm going to send Karen Rydell a picture of the cassette tape. In the cassette tape, Mary Kay Ash was one of the speakers on that tape. And she talked about how important it was to see 30 faces, and how that was going to bring me everything, and how I needed to keep doing that over and over and over again. Now, it was my understanding that this is just what new people did. They saw 30 faces. So there were a million trailblazers out there, but I had never blazed that trail in my life. And quite frankly, it scared me just a little bit. But I dedicated my internal self to knowing that I was never going to know if Mary Kay was going to work for me unless I blazed that trail. And by the way, side note, once I blazed it one time, I did it for the rest of my career. Mary Kay Cosmetics had to call me from the office as a national and tell me to stop doing it. because I had dedicated myself that deeply. Once I dedicated myself, well, I had to follow the strategies that the successful trailblazers were following. I was told this: go observe classes from the best people you can observe, the highest sellers, the highest recruiters. Go physically, get on a plane, a train, an automobile, do whatever you have to do to find out what strategies the successful people are using. Make sure you show up to your success meeting and every other educational event that is put in front of you, because you never know when the $1 million idea is going to be ahead of you, and it also sharpens your skills. So I was faithful to both of those things. I studied, I mean it, I studied my flip chart. I was awesome at it. I took a couple what now would be YouTube videos and paid attention how to act my way through the skincare class. When I felt good, when I didn't feel good. How to add intonation, modulation, how to capture and captivate an audience. I studied and studied and studied, and I got better and better and better. I used strategies once I dedicated myself to that new trail. The other thing that I was willing to do that I find sometimes a lot of new people are not willing to do, because they argue with success. People argue with success. They do it all the time. Is that I had to decide to change my standards. It was no longer going to be okay to show up for late for things. It was no longer going to be okay to be disorganized. It was no longer, I had to organize my date book. I had to know where I was going. I had to know the addresses I was going to. I had to know where the profiles were, with who the hostess was. I had to raise my standards. I had to raise my standards of what I looked like and how I dressed and how I applied makeup. I had to raise my standards of what my sales director expected of me, not what I expected of myself. I had to release my control to my sales director for her to tell me how high I should be shooting, what star I should be aiming for. That's raising a standard in every single category. This is what I believe. I believe that the best is always required. The best fluctuates, right? So if you have an emergency, right, and it's a Mary Kay work day for you, but you had an emergency, you still do your best with your Mary Kay in spite of the emergency, but it might not be the best day of your Mary Kay life, because on a day that it's easier to do Mary Kay, you'll do more. But some people have a tendency to use emergencies as a reason not to do Mary Kay. I don't believe in that. I just believe in no matter what I do, I have to do my best at it when I do it. Now, sometimes a consultant who is just trying Mary Kay or just beginning with Mary Kay, they're going to say things like, well, I won't do anything until I can put my whole heart in. That's not what I'm talking about. This is my opinion. That's a cop-out. I'm saying, when I have dedicated myself to do Mary Kay, and when I'm supposed to do Mary Kay, I do my best. And when I wrap Christmas presents, I do my best. And when I make cookies, and I don't do them so good, but I do my best. When you are willing to dedicate yourself, set your standard to be, I will be my exceptional self, my absolute very best, which, by the way, no one can tell you what that is. It's an internal thing. You know when you're being your best, and you know when you're not being your best. That helped me to trailblaze. And you know what else happened when I decided to do that with myself? Mentors started coming into my life. New things started growing. A whole world opened up to me that I never in a million years thought that I could ever be good at. And the byproduct of all of this stuff, standards, strategies, all those things, is then my beliefs started to upgrade. My beliefs in what I could do, my beliefs in how strong I could be. So every time I stepped out of my comfort zone and was a little stronger than the time that I was before, the next time I had to be strong, I could be even stronger than that, and I blazed a trail over there. And I kept getting stronger and stronger and stronger. And my belief grew more and more and more. And now I pretty much think I could do a lot of things. A lot of things that in a million years, I never, ever, ever, ever thought that I could do. So I dedicated myself to what Mary Kay Ash, the woman, told me I had to do to be successful. And I did that consistently without missing 1 month, every month of my life for 15 years. And I ended up as a senior national sales director who celebrates the Diamond Circle for what is now, I think, 17 years. What seems like such an insignificant new set of standards and beliefs and strategies, what can those things help you to trailblaze? I did not know that trail was leading to that level of success. $5 million in commissions over my career. I didn't know that trail landed to that place. Inch by inch, it is a cinch. What will you decide to believe more, to set a standard of, and to go apply strategies to your life that when you look back of it will say, wow, what a trail I have blazed. I know you can do it.
Wow. Okay, have one question. Why did you want to blaze a new trail? Anybody want to answer that real quick? Don't all jump in at once. I just feel like she didn't really know. And so she started with one at a time. What'd you say, Deb? Would you say she was just geared for success, or I feel like she learned it step at a time?
What I heard was she was disciplined. I mean, very disciplined, and intentional about, her activity and, really becoming good at what she was doing, perfecting her, craft, which was the party and doing all those spaces. It came from practice that she got good. So, yeah.
And in turn, she received confidence, and and I felt like what she did it step at a time, just kind of like she ended it inch by inch. Tackle one thing at a time. Don't try to get to the top immediately, but mastered one skill at a time, like what you're mentioning. So the other thing was, what was her inspiration? Was there any one thing that stood out to you as what her inspiration was? Mary Kay was her inspiration.
She also didn't want to get up early in the morning anymore.
Let's be real. Yes.
She didn't like going to work.
Yes. That was work to her. This wasn't.
That was inspiration right there.
Yeah, you're right. Daleen Hartshorn, our national sales director, had a very similar reason. She didn't want to go work at the bank anymore, so she decided she's going to try Mary Kay. All right. And then last was, how does her story inspire you? Any consultants out there want to say, was there anything about what she said that was helpful to you?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I was going to say, when she said to do your best with the time you have, and that really spoke to me today, because obviously here I am. And was it my best day? No, but I think I still sold close to $300 today, just doing my job, sitting here in the hospital, playing games with my nephew and shooting off a few text messages to husbands for Valentine's gifts. So I love that she said, do your best. It's not necessarily your best day, but whatever time you have, whatever you're doing, just do your best in that moment.
Perfect. Yeah, that's a great way to summarize it, because we're honest. Most of us are in Mary Kay because of the flexibility. Well, if we're in the flexibility, then let's use the flexibility that we have in a positive way. Well said. All right. Well, let's go take it away. Next to, we have a little bit of extras going to show us how to use some of our products. Like I heard Allison just say here, she said she used texting to gentlemen, about Valentine's Day coming up, and that is this Friday. And we have Deborah, who's agreed to, we had Allison last week share some with us, and she's got a few things, different price points. So Deb, you're on.
Okay. All right. I'm thrilled to do it. So these are things I threw together very quickly. And I used a lot of my supplies I got from Court of Achievers. So I know you don't have time to order those things right now, but it'll still give you some ideas for how you can take some of our existing products and make them giftable. So that's what gift sacks and tissue are for too. But I'll just show you a few little ideas. So this is our satin lips lip balm, and it just says "You're the balm," and it's just seriously just like a little wrapper that you put around it and you tape, but it just cutes it up, right? Just makes it really cute. So this would be what, the $12 price point. So great for a teacher or, you know, a daughter, that type of thing. Another one that I had put together, again, it's just a little wrapper, and some of you may still have these, but we had those masking minis, the little 2-pack, and I still have a bunch of them. So I had gotten these little wrappers, and it says a masking treat for someone sweet, but it would probably wrap around another product as well. But I like their stuff. It's already done. It's colorful. It just makes our product cute and great for the seasons. So that one is 18 if you have some of those. We had these little boxes. It wasn't this Christmas. I think it was last Christmas. So some of you might have them, but you can find other little boxes. I just put the satin lips in this. And so it's just a satin lip set with some shred. And then I found this little lips ribbon, I think at Michael's, if I remember right, and just tied that on there because I thought that was really cute. So that would be that $22 price point. And then I love these. I think Brenda got some of this stuff too. Maybe Allison did as well, but it's also Court of Achievers. So they had one that was for the eye makeup remover, but they also had this fun little blingy. I mean, anything looks better with bling. So just a little bling sticker that you can put around there. So that's the eye makeup remover, $20. And it says, "I can't make up how great you are." So cute. And this one, I think, was a wrapper actually for the Shea hand wash, but I put it on the micellar water, and it just says "You're very special." And to me, that's not necessarily Valentine's. It could be anytime, but I, again, just blinged up the lid because it looks cute. So, and this would be $18. But I also had, some of you guys may have these. They're the little rounds, but you could also just use cotton rounds. And I put both of those products in there, the micellar water and the eye makeup remover. And I put a couple little, it's an X and an O, just cookie cutter on there. And so it's in a little bucket that I got from Dollar Tree. So just a little gift set with the two products in there. So what does that come to? $38 for those two. Let's see. I've got, this is easy peasy. These are just little cups that I got at Hobby Lobby. I think there was like, I don't know, 8 or 12 of them. Pretty inexpensive. And then I just got some little Valentine socks, and it has the mint lotion. I just put it in a little cup in the cello bag with a ribbon. And I'm trying to remember how much is our mint bliss. I think it's 12. And socks were probably like $1 or $2. So it'd be like that $13, $14 price point. I didn't put any candy in anything because I'll tell you what has happened to me in the past. So our mint, some of our stuff's pretty fragrant. So you put chocolate in there. It's wrapped up a little bit. All of a sudden you're eating the chocolate and it tastes like the lotion. So just something that I found. So I didn't put any chocolates with that. So this is just our Shea hand wash. It'd be a great little teacher thing. It just says "You're very special." Just that little wrapper around the Shea hand wash. And these are what is our Shea hand wash? Is it 10 or 12? 10? Yeah. So super affordable gift. And then of course our charcoal mask is always really popular. So I had like a little pillow box, and it says Cupid approved coal. So what our charcoal mask is 26. Pillow boxes you can get anywhere. I think I got these from Peter's Packaging, but the stickers, all the little stickers are from Court of Achievers. So I just kind of stock up on them and I use them year round. I like their wrapping. Of course, Satin Hands is a great one, and got this little insert for them this year. You just drop it in our Satin Hands sack, and it was a reversible insert. So there's that side. So that was kind of cute. But you know what? You can go get wrapping paper and do the same thing and just cut it to the size of the bag and stick it down in there and make it look Valentine's-y. And I just put just a little curly ribbon thing on there, but it's just ready to go and super cute. This was probably my top seller this Christmas, but I had them Christmas themed. And I think I put a little ornament on there, and I couldn't believe how many satin hand sets I sold. So that was just really popular. But you can also, you know, same little thing, get a little tin, throw the satin hand set in there. I know it's hard to see. I had a little cello bag, or you could do a roll of cello, and then I just tied, I don't know, I always find these little cookie cutters and just tied that on there, but that's a little satin hands and a little bucket. So satin hand set is what, 36, 38?
36, isn't it?
36, okay. And then this would just be a cute little customer gift. It's our mini satin hand set, so it's on section 2. They had little inserts for that too, but could be a great one for, you know, a hostess or a customer that's, you know, just a little treat for them at Valentine's Day. I know we're not supposed to, you know, resale section 2 stuff, but when customers see this, they actually ask if they can buy it. So do I sell it to them? Sometimes I do, you know, if they really want it as a gift, but our cost is what, $4, but I thought those were really cute too. So Rita, I think that's what I've got, but you know what? I think one of the most popular gifts that we have is fragrance. Whether you're just putting that in a gift sack with tissue, or you wrap it with paper, fragrance is always a popular one. But I did look up the average amount that people spend on Valentine's gifts is $185 per person. So you know what? We should have a piece of that pie. I mean, flowers are great, but pampering items are always in and they don't die, right? So I think we can be not just to men, but you know, to moms for daughters and for sisters. I mean, today I sold to one of my customers, she bought a couple gifts for her niece. So people buy Valentine's gifts for not just a spouse or significant other, but also for, you know, friends and family. You know, a lot of people have Galentine parties, but we still have a few days, you know, to be kind of working on that. And so if you don't have time to do all the wrapping, just get some cute bags and tissue and make it look cute for them. But our challenge for you is to make a list of 10 men and 10 ladies that you know that you can reach out to ask them if you can help them with a Valentine's gift, because I guarantee you they probably haven't bought anything yet, and you could be really alleviating a ton of stress for them. I have a gentleman that I call every year for Christmas, Valentine's, and he never remembers to get his wife a gift. He's like, "Oh, when is that?" And I'm like, "Well, it's tomorrow, you know." "Oh, yeah, I better get something." He'll come over and he'll pick something out for her and his daughters. And so she's thrilled. They're thrilled to get Mary Kay every time, but I help him every time because he just doesn't even think about it. And you see people out buying cards and gifts the day of Valentine's, or, you know, the night before Christmas. So a lot of people are last minute. So we're right at the right time that we can be helping them. So that's my challenge for you, is to make a list of your 20, you know, guys and gals, and reach out to them and see what happens. Look at Allison. She sold $300 just texting a few people. And sometimes that's all it takes, is just to see if you can help them with the gift and ask them how much they would like to spend. And then you put it together for them. So.
Yep, that's great. And by the way, I was wrong. The Satin Hands is 38.
It is 38. Okay.
But I do like that. And I've heard that the percentage, if you 20 different people, you're probably going to get 10 orders. You know, not everybody's going to, but I thought, you know, that'd be worth it. Even if there's small orders, just think what that could do for your business. Thank you, Deb.
I was going to say, if you have a Facebook group for your customers, even just taking pictures and posting it can be a great way to just give people ideas or, I mean, that can make a difference too. I mean, I probably will do that this week, post some pictures, and then somebody will say, hey, I saw you that gift and I'd like to get that for my daughter. So, reaching, kind of targeting them in different ways that way, but also texting them, calling them. So.
Perfect. Perfect. Oh, that's great. Well, we have those new spring products out. My customers got theirs today because I got mine today. And so I know that I've asked Michelle as a consultant, she attended a class online, the Glow Up or whatever the training was called, to give a tip that she found that she liked. And I know we're running a little bit short on our time. So Michelle, what was your favorite thing that you found that from the class that you attended?
It was from Shelley Smith. I kind of tried to do everything, kind of put it all together, but her main topic was to be a dirty girl and get in the mud and fill in the cracks, which she kind of explained later was we don't plan to be, everything be perfect and everything like that. Sometimes it's not perfect. So when you be a dirty girl, you're filling in, you're getting in the mud, you're doing action, you're basically doing something in order to promote your business or work for your business. And to fill in the cracks means to fill in your date book with all of those little spots that aren't full or you're not going to do anything, is to fill in those cracks. But she also went later and said that the wrinkle limiter is another way that you can promote that too, is if you're going to book any parties and you want to say anything with that, you basically fill in their cracks and kind of see where they're also missing product, like in their skincare regimen and their routines and things like that, that you can fill in the cracks with what they're missing, and maybe extend some of their products and get something new.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's great. And guess what's in the new book for your customer sample? The dynamic wrinkle limiter. So there it is. And that's what they're going to be receiving. Those of you who send out the lookbooks to your customer. So what a great little way to promote it more than once. And you can follow up with that too. So I thought that was really very interesting on how that could work. And then we have to close it out, Brenda, with some really important, I guess you would say, announcements that we don't want to forget about. And Brenda, I had put down that you ran into something that consultants could use too about the birthday from that class. Do you remember?
No.
Oh, okay.
No,
Not that one?
no, that wasn't from that. That's a whole different thing.
All right. Well,
that was another whole thing. Yeah, I'm not going to go there tonight on that.
All right.
I'll just do the announcements real quick. So we're staying on task. And the first one is, it is February 10th. We've been telling you and sharing that all PCP consultants and STAR consultants from quarter 2 have the opportunity today to order the new spring products. And so, and everyone else, if you did not do those things, then you have the opportunity to do them on Saturday, the 15th. And so by then, everybody has the opportunity to get the new spring products. And remember, some of those spring products are limited edition. And so if you're interested in getting a few, get them ordered. That's all I can say. Second thing, huge, is Career Conference. It's the second really big event that the company puts on for us as consultants. And this year, there is more locations that the company is offering. And for our area, right now in this little area, the closest one that we are planning to attend is in Kansas City. The dates are March 28th and 29th, and it's a Friday night and a Saturday. So if you are interested in doing that, registration, you must register. You'll go on to In Touch, where it says Career Conference, and be under events, and register for that. Deadline is February the 28th for doing that. And I'm just going to do a quick shout out because I have a team member that sent me an email that she signed up, and that's Carlotta McDermott. So I'm excited. She was excited too. So just get that in your date book. And the final announcement, and this is a big one. Last year, we had our first Mary Kay beach trip, girlfriend beach trip. And oh, was it fun. We're just showing it to you. And most of us posted that in our unit Facebook page. And it was girlfriend fun, food, fellowship, water time, sun time, all the stuff that you enjoy with your girlfriends. So in order to go, you must qualify. Yep, got to qualify, ladies. And there are several ways you can do that. One way, and this is from July 1st through June 30th. This is our entire Mary Kay seminar year. So go back and see what all you've done since July 1st, but you must have 6 qualified team members on your team by June 30th. And qualified, ladies, is when a consultant comes in with a 600 wholesale order as a great start within the first 4 months. Okay. And the other one is 13,000 retail sales by the end of the seminar year, June 30th. So accommodations are taken care of. There's lots of, fun details with that. And the main thing is it will be after seminar. We are in the process of finding the location and the date, but we will keep you posted. But if that is something that really excites you and think would be fun, what I would encourage you to do is print this off from your unit Facebook page, good print, and hang it up on your board and keep looking at it and see the numbers you have. Do you have 0 team members? Okay, so I need 6. And how much retail do you have in? Minus it from the 13,000 and see what you need to do and break it down. Tracking is so important in our business. Absolutely. It's proof that it works. So anyway, those are the announcements for the night, for this evening.
Yeah, they're great. Another thing, Brenda, I'm sure that you know, if you do both of those, you can do one or the other to qualify. But if you do both of them, you receive $150 to go towards seminar, because this contest ends in June. So that gives you 5 months to work on how much you need each month. And if you need help, contact your director. That's what we're here for, is to help you figure it out. So let me close tonight with writing to the in Corinthians, to the Philippians. This is Philippians 4:13, and it's written by Paul. And he said, you'll see exactly how this fits tonight. He says, I find that the strength of Christ's explosive power infuses me to conquer every difficulty. And so the things that stood out to me, hopefully you got some energy tonight that infused you within, so that makes you want to go out and conquer and make your own new make yourself a trailblazer. So that can happen in many different ways. And we want to thank you for being here tonight, and hope that you got a new tip here or there, and look forward to next week, week 4. We have our guest director, and her name is going to be, somebody probably has it. I wrote it down here. Dawn Otten Sweeney. So we'll look forward to having Angie send us all of those important parts that we need. And thank you, Angie, for coming with us tonight, even though you didn't feel 100%. So she blazed her own trail for us tonight. Thank you so much. Bye-bye for now.